So what is Kenshi? Kenshi is a sandbox RPG. You basically do whatever you want. It's taking place on a different alternative Earth, maybe. I don't know exactly what the storyline behind it is. You got different races. There's humans. There's these humanoid creatures with like bones or spikes coming out of their bodies and that kind of stuff. There's robots. There's different types of goofy animals. Let's see. So this is our current party. So we have Gimpy. Gimpy is a human. He's currently, what's he doing? Oh, I think we're currently mining copper. And by mining copper, we mean mining copper. Why? Because we're taking the copper and then selling it for money to buy stuff that we may need. We'll probably do some other stuff, of course, today too. This is currently... So we don't have a base yet, but what we do have is a house that we've bought inside this little town. So we have a little bit of protection from raiding and that kind of stuff, I hope. But again, we bought this building here, set up our base basically. Camera controls. Probably should have looked this stuff up. Page up and page down. So this is the top. Now this is the storage. So this is where we're storing our copper. And then once we get enough here, we'll go sell it. Why Ring is just standing there, I don't know. What about this game? There's kind of a story. You can do basically whatever you feel like you're doing. Like we're eventually going to be setting up a base, or we're going to be growing food and all this other fun stuff. So, Ring is protecting the. I don't know what Ring's supposed to be doing. Ring is supposed to be operating copper resources, hauling to this. Oh, so Ring's job is to haul copper from where the mining is happening, because you're only allowed to have, I think, 2 people at a time mining. So you can see Bata and Gimpy are currently mining. This is a little copper spot. It's got copper down here. And I think once this fills up, Ring's going to come run down here and pick it up and bring it back to the storage. I think. I think that's how it's working. Jeff is doing nothing, because Jeff has nothing to do. Let's see. So we have inventory. So you got different weapons. You can have weapons 1 and 2. In this case, Jeff's using a big horse chopper, which is basically a big 2-handed sword. Got different types of clothing you can wear. This affects how fast you move, what kind of damage you take from certain types of weapons out there. We got food requirements. No food. Or, no, sorry, not water, but we do have food requirements. Then we have first aid kits there. So got that. Then this is his stats. So katana, sabers, hackers, blah, blah, blah. Melee attack is 5. Now this is a training dummy that is only good for so many points of training, if I remember correctly. How do you find out that information? So Jeff will sit here and hack and hack and hack if this is necessary. Some kind of apocalypse and things are completely, this desert like messed up. Yes. Yeah, oh, the insect men too. Oh, and the lizards are the bone guys that I call them. Skeleton men. The skeleton men are robots. They are. We don't have one in our group. But except Gimpy here is a human. Ring and Bata are the lizard guys. Jeff, I think, is a human, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Jeff's a human. And then we have Scout. Scout is a pack animal that will, over time, ages and will get bigger and bigger. So, and actually does carry stuff for us when we need to. Got all this kind of space to carry. Did Ring take off? Yep, see, Ring is just waits for the mine here to fill up. Or no, actually, no, Ring is waiting for a spot to open up. So I guess it's Bata is the one that's running back with, yeah, see, Bata's got all this copper to carry around, carrying it back to storage. And then once we have enough in storage, we'll go sell it. doing that. Oh, and this is our research station. So this is where we research stuff. Like different types of furniture and building types and all this other fun stuff. Equipment, like weapons and armor you can, or clothing you can make. But Jeff is. So is Jeff actually picking up anything here, though? Yeah, I think 5 is the most for this particular thing. So Jeff's not really doing anything there. And as far as research goes, we don't have any research to do because we don't have the necessary stuff. What are you doing in here? This is just some random person walking into our building. Oh, it's the locksmith. Jeff, do you have your locksmith skill up there? His lockpicking's at 9. I think that might go to 10. So it's at 57%. I don't remember what. I think there's a way. Oh no, it does take it to lockpicking 10. There it goes. It's right there on the lower left. So that gets you to lockpicking 10. And then max skill level 5 there. Okay, so Jeff can actually work on his lockpicking a little bit because he's only at 9. So that should get him up to 10. Yeah, it's already up to 58%. So I'll just have him work on that for a little while. Now the question is, so this is the map as we know it. So this is another town over here. This is one of the Lizardmen towns. And now I guess the main question is where do we want to build our little base? The problem with building bases is you will get raided because there are random, raiders that wander the world looking for trouble. So you basically have to set up a little town, defend it, and hopefully have enough people to not die. The free zone outpost. I mean the hub? Or Squin. So again, this is where the Lizardmen work, or play, or work. And as long as you're nice to them, they'll be fairly decent to you. Then we have a rebel base. Oh, this is that's just like a little tavern, I think, up there that buys and sells stuff. Look at that. So again, so where we want to build our, and the whole, this, as you can see, the world is fairly large, and the farther you get away from where you start, the more dangerous it gets. So the question for our base, I was thinking about, this is like a swampy area. This allows us to grow rice and whatever. There's not enough water really up in this area. In the previous playthrough I built a base over here. And we're able to grow wheat mostly and some other stuff. But no rice because there's not enough water over there. But there should be enough water down here to grow rice. Question is where's the good spot for it? Should have to choose spiders, mutant animals, religious fanatics, or simple, honest bandits. Well, I don't know. Goats. Death by goats. I hear death by goats is pretty easy on the bones. Okay, Jeff. Making 9. 65. So again, Gimpy, Ring, and Bat are doing the hard work, lugging around all the stuff, and of course, what is it? Carrying stuff and running a lot boosts your skills, such as athletics. So carry heavy stuff, and you become more athletic. And you run everywhere, become more athletic. Also, carry heavy stuff or heavy armor stuff, running around with that increases your strength. And then we have toughness, dexterity, perception, that kind of things. And Basically, this is a use a skill to increase the skill. So if you use katanas in combat, your skill in katanas goes up. Melee attack is basically most weapons. There's also martial arts. I don't think we have Gimpy really working martial arts. Yes, toughness only goes up when you get your ass kicked. It's funny how that works. Oh, there are no guns. There are crossbows, but there are no guns, and there's different quality of crossbows. Just like every weapon, there's all different quality of weapons. They all have. Not all swords perform the same. Like katanas are different than the swords that are being used by Ring and Bata. Basically, katanas are good for. Not very good for armor penetration, but they have a bonus of damage versus humans. While we have the horse chopper here, which is no penalty against armor, but it's got a defensive bonus, but an attack penalty. Blood loss, blunt damage, cutting damage. So again, so you have weapons that do different types of damage types, which can be reduced by depending on what kind of armor or clothes you're wearing. So it's all this fun stuff. It's a complicated little system. Okay. Jeffrey's still working. 72%. Not that it matters, but so now Ring just bought up a load of copper. So what we can do is
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back.
More than likely.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, now we do have a little bar over here. We might be able to sell some of the copper. I'll have Jeff go work on this one. So send Scout over there, so the copper will be close to over here. And then Jeff will go in here and hopefully sell some of the stuff. And you can see there's other people in here. You can hire people to join you. Does cost a little bit of money. Show me what you've got. So, rum, stuff. You have to start thinking about construction, building materials here. We need building materials to start building bases, that kind of stuff. Veronica's actually Mrs. Gimpy asserting her control over us all. No, not true at all. Not true at all. So how much is he going to pay for this? So wait, value is 170, sell value is 170, so that's what we're going to get for this, right? We have money down here in the lower right hand corner. We're currently at 88.99. Now he has limited funds. You can see he's only got 10 grand to pay for all this copper. See, if I was smart, we'd be processing this copper. If we had the tool, the ability to do it, we'd process this copper into, like, I think it's copper plates or something. And, you know, we get stinking rich that way. But we're also picking up a fair amount of money with this, too. This. And we're going to take the building material. So take some of that. So that's basically all. You can't buy all of it unless we buy some more of this stuff. Few food cubes. So take those. Skeleton repair kits, don't need those. Cooked vegetables. Take some cooked vegetables. Some more copper. Okay, so that's all our copper. Water? We don't really need water, right? So these are the toothpicks. These are actually crossbows. We've got staff. There's a horse chopper again. Then we've got the green fruit. That's food. And where does it tell you what it's good for? So we've got the weight. It's not actually green or even a fruit. So we got alcohol, water, drugs, or water jug, Sanki, rum. Oh, and then there's basically these are wanted type stuff. Yeah. Hey, Tiger, welcome back. Doesn't shift clicking or something just insta cells? I was using shift and it wasn't doing that. The hot tub?
Gimpy, are you getting in the hot tub?
This is it.
It is going to make you sweat.
It's all Kashak's fault. There you go. Okay, and then we also have to buy these research artifacts. This helps us with researching stuff. Control right click, or control doesn't do it. Control right click is the one to buy everything. So yeah, shift picks up everything. Control right click sells everything or buys everything, whatever you're doing. Go hand, so this is more food. It's kind of expensive though. How much money do I have? 17 grand. I think we can afford it. Okay. So these are different people here in the bar that we can talk to if we want to see if they're willing to join us. Doesn't look like. Oh, Jeff. So you get the little talkie bubbles to see if they want to talk to us. Question is, do we want somebody else in the party? Need a good eye to man your turrets. Maybe how much? 6,000 for this guy to join us. It's not 6 grand is actually not that bad, if I remember right. Who's this guy? Smooth things over with the hounds. You know where to find me. I'm gonna hire some bodyguards. Cats per day, 1 day minimum charge and refund. So these are good. That's a mercenary. Ain't in the mood for talking, so this guy we could hire. Could always use extra people, so I need a few more recruits. We're hired. So here you can change their appearances. Body, skin tone, height. He looks a little short. Make him taller. Need height. Frame, posture. The postures. This. Anybody want to be this guy? Because you can see we can rename these guys. We can't change his race though. Guess we can't change the sex either, but we can change the name. I can't change anything else about him. But he's got a bonus to farming, cooking, and science. Old guy-ish. So, anybody want to be him? All you need to do is use your acorns, click on the acorn. Oops.